I want to give a quick shout out to my patrons. Thank you so much for your support. Hey y'all, it's Kay from the Literary Apothecary, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to another episode of Bibliotherapy Sunday. Now today we're going to talk all about self-love. Y'all need to give yourself self-love in order to make it through. I am not very good at doing this. I would much rather take care of other people, spoil other people, give them gifts, send them books, but every once in a while, you just got to take care of yourself. And for me, the time that I take care of myself the most is my birthday, which happens to be today. As I'm recording this, you'll see this the day after my birthday on the 30th, but I went and did a bunch of book shopping today because my birthday happened to be on Independent Bookstore Day too, so it felt like the universe was just saying, take care of yourself, go get some books. But first, before I get into the books that I got, I want to quickly say thank you to all of you out there that are watching this. You guys have been supporting me through, 3 years now. You guys have become my friends and my family, and I couldn't do this without you. So just wanted to say a quick thank you, ironically, during the episode where I talk about self-love. So the first book I'm going to talk about is actually a book that John gave me. You guys know I've got the Books My Boyfriend Gave Me series going on, and he gave me this book, said he can't wait to watch my review for it, and y'all are gonna laugh when you see it. This is called Can Holding in a Fart Kill You? Over 150 Curious Questions and Intriguing Answers. This is going to be an interesting read, to say the least. I am kind of excited about it just to see what I'm gonna learn. The back says, insane and inquisitive, enthralling and enriching, this collection of puzzling and compelling trivia will awe and astonish you with its sensational and unique revelations. Is Jurassic Park possible? What causes the shakes after drinking a lot of alcohol? Why do dogs walk in circles before lying down? What makes popcorn pop? So I am actually kind of excited to read this. I might try to slip it into my May TBR. We'll see. I still have to nail down the exact remainder of that TBR. But yeah, John gave me this, and why not give it a shot? You can learn, at least I'll learn something, and at least it'll be an interesting read. So now back to my book haul. The first set of books are books that I got at the independent bookstore, the Regulator. And at this store, I was looking for books with colorful covers and books that I at least haven't heard talked about on BookTube. I'm really excited to talk about these because these are some beautiful, beautiful books. The first one up is a short one, The Order of the Pure Moon Reflected in Water by Zen Chow. And this cover is absolutely gorgeous. And it's got a blurb by Ken Liu, which I know a lot of people absolutely love his work. Fantastic, defiant, utterly brilliant. On the back, it also has blurbs by Naomi Novik and Samantha Shannon, who are other big authors. So I can't wait to read this. A bandit walks into a coffee house, and it all goes downhill from there. Zen Cho returns with a found family wuxia fantasy that combines the vibrancy of old school martial arts movies with characters drawn from the margins of history. It just sounds so fascinating to me. I just did a beta read for JCM Byrne, who uses this martial arts, the old martial arts movies, the Kung Pao movies and whatnot, in his book, his new series that he's working on. And I loved that, and I wanted to get more of that. And then I saw this book, and I couldn't resist. So then the next book I got from our independent bookstore, The Regulator, is The Thinking Woman's Guide to Real Magic by Emily Croy Barker. And this title just sucked me straight in. I can't wait to read this. It's a big one, but there's a blurb on the back by People magazine, and it says, if Hermione Granger had been an American who never received an invitation to Hogwarts, this might have been her story. If that doesn't suck you in, then I don't know what is. Fun, seductive, and utterly engrossing. During a miserable weekend at a friend's wedding, Nora Fisher wanders off and somehow finds herself in another realm. That first sentence sucked me in right away. I didn't even read the rest. I'm a sucker for other realm fantasy, portal fantasy, especially if you're talking about, there she meets glamorous and endlessly charming Elisa, who introduces Nora to a decadent new world and to her gorgeous son, Racklin. Nora herself feels different, more attractive, more popular, more at ease. It's almost too good to be true. It just, portal fantasy plus, you totally changed when you go into this other world. I am so intrigued to read this. I can't wait. And then the last book I got from the independent bookstore is a YA book, and I've just realized this says it's the sequel, so I'm gonna need to go and get book 1 first before I can read this. This is the Sinister Booksellers of Bath by Garth Nix. Now, I've heard Garth Nix's name around booktube before, but I haven't heard talked about this book. This is a YA book. The title got me straight from the start. I love books about booksellers, librarians, all of that kind of stuff. But I definitely read that top part, the sequel to The Left-Handed Booksellers of London. Totally wrong. My brain saw book 1 and was like, yes, I need this. So I might have to do an exchange for this to get book 1. More to come on that. So then after that, I went and did a trip to Barnes & Noble. And I got way too many books again. So the first one is a book that the title grabbed me immediately, and I think I might have heard of this on BookTube, or at least some people have talked about it. The Girl Who Could Move Shit with Her Mind just made me laugh straight out. This is by Jackson Ford, like Alias meets X-Men. I loved it. For Tecumfrost, shit just got real. Tecumfrost is having a hard time keeping it together. Sure, she's got telekinetic powers, a skill that the government is all too happy to make use of, sending her on secret break-in missions that no ordinary human could carry out. But all she really wants to do is kick back, have a beer, and pretend she's normal for once. I heard this book is absolutely hilarious, and I need some more humor in my life, so I can't wait to read this one. Next up is actually a book that I've read and own, and it's one of my favorites, and I've begun collecting other editions of this. So when I saw $10 for this collection of Dracula, I couldn't resist. Barnes & Noble apparently had all sorts of different editions, but this one was the cheapest and only $10, and that cover is amazing. So I'm very happy to add this edition of Dracula to my collection. No, I didn't really need an additional book, but why not? It's only $10 and it's my birthday. And then the other 2 books I got were part of the buy one, get one 50% off sale that gets me every single time. So the first book is If We Were Villains by M.L. Rio. I've heard about this book before. I forget who, and I am just fascinated by it. Enter the players. There were 7 of us then. 7 bright young things with wide, precious futures ahead of us. Until that year, we saw no farther than the books in front of our faces. On the day Oliver Marks is released from jail, the man who put him there is waiting at the door. Detective Clorborn wants to know the truth, and after 10 years, Oliver is finally ready to tell it. A decade later, Oliver is one of 7 young Shakespearean actors at Delker Classical conservatory a place of keen ambition and fierce competition. In this secluded world of firelight and leather-bound books, Oliver and his friends play the same roles on stage and off: hero, villain, tyrant, temptress, ingenue, and extra. But in their fourth and final year, good-natured rivalries turn ugly. In an opening night, real violence invades the students' world of make-believe. In the morning, the fourth years find themselves facing their very own tragedy and their greatest acting challenge yet: convincing the police, each other, and themselves that they are innocent. I am so excited to read this. It sounds so good, and it's a brilliant title, If We Were Villains. So then, as part of that 50% off sale, I got The Man Who Died Twice by Richard Osman, which is, I believe, the second book in the Thursday Murder Club mystery series. Yes, this is book 2 in that series. We read the first book, The Thursday Murder Club, a couple months ago, I think in March maybe, I want to say, for the Wine and Crime Book Club of the Month, and at least Leslie and I absolutely loved it. So when I saw this as part of that sale, I just had to get it. I'm so excited to continue this series and see where the gang takes us now. So that's my birthday book haul. I spent way too much money, got way too many books. So yeah, I don't spend a lot of money on myself, and you know, it's my birthday, and if you can't do self-love on your birthday, then when can you do it, really? A lot of people are a lot better at self-love than I am, but my birthday is usually the one time of the year where I do spend a little bit of money on myself, so I feel okay about it. I will probably go and return the Garth Nix book, which will save me a little bit of money because that was also hardcover, so you know those are expensive. But overall, I'm really excited about the books I got, and I can't wait to read them. And you know, since this is a Bibliotherapy Sunday video, just want to say, don't forget self-love is important and maybe the most important thing in life. If you can't love yourself, then you can't love others. And if you can't love yourself, you can't expect others to love you. So take care of yourself first and foremost out of anything, and don't forget self-love is so important. If you want to read any of these books with me, let me know in the comments below. If you think I should prioritize one of these over another, let me know in the comments below. As always, my Patreon and my Discord information will be in the description below. Keep reading, and I love you all to the moon and back. Bye.